Hello everyone, this is Sjokz here at IEM Cologne last day, and I'm here with CLG.eu's jungler Snoopeh. I've interviewed a couple of your teammates about maybe the reason why you dropped out of the tournament. Can you give me some reasons why CLG.eu hasn't been performing that well last couple of tournaments?
I think it was mostly down to traveling a bit too much lately. The last three tournaments, whether it was IPL, DreamHack, and this tournament, we just haven't performed well. We're not hiding, in fact, we know it ourselves, we're conscious of it. And I think it's a lot of to do is we're a little bit burnt out. We've been traveling now for 5 months non-stop, and we really just need a break. And hopefully with the Christmas break that everyone's getting to go home and see their families, means some of us haven't even seen our families at all in the last 5 months, so it's great to go home and see them, have a bit of family time, but a bit of time to yourself, and then look forward to coming into season 3.
Just more playing together. We run into like stupid stuff that shouldn't happen. Like this event, we picked a Xin Zhao where we could have picked a Nivea Maokai. I mean, I rather train new stuff at events, but we still have to like stay there for the fans as well. I mean, if we picked a Nivea Maokai that game, it would have probably been done. If we didn't random the Rumble against CJ Entis, we probably would have won because we had them bad. Like we predicted every one of their picks because we did research. It's not that we become unprepared, because before the match I looked up all the picks on Leaguepedia, and I had an entire document set out with every picks and ban they did, and we predicted all of their picks pretty much. But it just messed up. We were discussing picks. We wanted like champions in different spots, like I don't know, like stuff that can go in top lane and mid lane. And then when we decided to switch it, people misunderstood it. So people both started picking the same champion, and then Yellowpete's infamous typing skills cost us a random rumble. But still, that wasn't like the reason we lost, because we could have fit the rumble in still. But yeah, we just need more preparation, better execution, and just more fun. If we take a break now, we'll go into season 3 and it'll be like in Korea. Fresh start, basics, ground up, and you have a goal. You have the season 3. Every time you know who you're playing, you know who to prepare for, and you can schedule stuff. You can get organization in, and then I think we'll be fine. I don't see why we shouldn't be the top in Europe if we practice.
Our preparation up to the tournament, we didn't study the teams that would go here, and we didn't really prepare that well in season 2 patch either, so we kind of played the champions we were playing in season 3 patch as well, and that kind of mixed it up. And like after the game, my team was like, what the fuck, Nivea was open and nobody even realized it except for me, and they were picking weird stuff I didn't want to play Nivea with, but they didn't realize it was open. So probably we should have went with Maokai and Nivea in the first game at least.
Just one little question about those picks and bans. You talk about miscommunication. Is it always who makes the last call in a pick like having that Xin Zhao mid? Why, it's the season 2 patch, why don't you just go for those strong APs in the mid?
Because the Xin could have worked if we fit it in otherwise properly. Everybody's like, oh my god, Froggen's only playing AD carries mid. But it's not that way. Xin counters Katarina in lane. It's a hard counter.
For the kind of weird picks we are doing in mid, that's mostly because I honestly think it's really good, especially in the new season 3 patch, where you can't farm that well with Wolves and Wraith camps. So it's more aggressive kind of comps where we want to play more aggressive and force the aggression with those picks. That's a reason too, because we are playing way too passive at the moment. Except for that, then I feel comfortable playing those champions, and usually when we're picking them, it's because Wicker can play them top and I can play them mid, but usually it will end up with Wicker wanting Aurelia or something like that, and I will have to play them mid.
You say you're tired, and there was a little commotion yesterday. We heard, well, maybe we're just not that excited to attend tournaments anymore, and people react, well, I would do anything to be a pro player. Don't they have to be a little more grateful?
That is true. Like attending every event is always, you're always grateful of the position you're in. Like I'm very grateful of what's happened to me in the last year and a half. But when we, for example, in the last month, we've attended 4 to 5 tournaments. In the last year, a countless amount of tournaments we've been to. You do kind of lose sight of the goal, like the excitement of going to a tournament kind of loses its value, and that is definitely one factor of maybe why we're not performing so well. Not one of the main factors, but it is a factor as well. That the passion you have when you go to a tournament, like for example, when I went to Worlds, like that was the most phenomenal emotions I've ever felt. And I've not had that again since, and I'd love to have that feeling back, and maybe not having just have this little grace period right now where I kind of realign my focus and then look on it next year and hopefully get that kind of passion back and not travel so much.
it looks like a slap in the face to the people that like, oh my god, you get the chance to go to a tournament. But yes, but we've been to about, 10, 20 tournaments now. The novelty wears off. We still have to try to do our best, but it's not like we come to IEM Cologne and we're like, wow, this is Cologne. No, it's just like another tournament. You gotta set up, gotta prepare for your match, gotta get in there. But if you don't do it properly, people can hate on you. I don't mind. We'll just have to be there in season 3.
Personally, for me, I'm excited for every single tournament. But I asked some of the team members if they were like excited to play anything, and they were like, no, not really. So I didn't really write it as to call anyone out in the team, but mostly like that's one of the things. We have too many tournaments going on, and for some members it's just not that exciting anymore, and then don't want to prepare as hard as we did in the first tournament. If we remember back when we were just formed, we had a lot of motivation to win all the tournaments, and we wanted to win. So basically all the tournaments except for MLG Anaheim, we did really, really well, and we won DreamHack. We won a ton of online tournaments as well. But since we had a break between DreamHack and Korea for like 2 weeks where nobody really played, because it was like we knew we had to be gone for 2 or 3 months at least. So everybody wanted to go out with their friends and so we were really unprepared going into Korea as well. So we had to catch up on a lot when we got there, and that kind of hit us in Poland as well. And it definitely also hit us at Gamescom.
A little lighter question. You traveled all around the world this year. Where did you have your best beer?
I made a point of trying beers like everywhere I went. When it was China, I had like a Lucky Buddha one, and I had some Vietnamese beers and things like that. I've tried a lot of beers from all over the world. And I actually have to say, conveniently, while I'm in Germany, I'd still value Kolsch over all of those. Like a good draft of Kolsch is probably superior to all other beers. So, thumbs up, Germany.
Belgium.
No, you can't say Belgium.
Actually, I lied about the German beers though, because I had a shitty beer. But there's good German beer. I'm pretty convinced there's good German beer.
Korean beer?
Korean was less bad than I expected, so I was pleasantly surprised. So I was fine with Korean. Korean has Korean barbecue, and barbecue makes everything better, including the beer.
I asked Krepo, you travel around the world. I asked him what country he had his favorite beer in. I know you don't drink beer. What country did you have your favorite fries in?
I don't really know about fries.
Did you have your worst fries?
Well, I'm trying to think of the best fries right now, but it's kind of hard. But the worst fries is definitely the McDonald's fries in Korea. Is really, really bad. I don't know what they're doing with them, but they're just really, really bad. But then again, so far they have been having the best McFlurries. So
worst fries, best McFlurries. We'll live with that. Okay. Any words to the fans going into season 3?
We'll try to practice really, really hard. Right now, we're really focused on season 3 and to get our gaming house. I think in Germany. So when we're going into season 3, we will have a strict schedule. At least that's our goal. And we will all practice really, really hard, more than we've been doing now. That's pretty much our plan for now. And then celebrate Christmas, not doing too much over to December.
Some quality time with the family and friends. We'll be sure to see a lot of success from CLG.eu in season 3.